Hey everybody, so I am getting ready to shift gears. I was working on my space and time and now I'm going to work on my say hello. So let's just show what say hello is supposed to do. The idea is that I built out this thing so because I wanted the voice API is pretty confusing, I think. Um, but basically, while I was building this voice analyzer, I kind of came up with two ideas of things I wanted to build in voice because I just think voice is really neat. And one of them is this is say hello. And say hello is going to work like this. It's going to go like this. If you do this, you say, well, here, let's do this in Spanish. Let's go Mexican Spanish. So basically, the idea is I'll be like listening for hola to show up. So if they go like this and they go I don't know what's a good Spanish name is Buenos dias. I think that's another way of saying hello. Buenos dias. But we're not listening for buenos dias. Listening for hola. So buenos dias. So as you see, it saw buenos dias. So right now, what I would do is put like a little X next to it because I didn't see hola. So let's try it again. Hola. And then I would get a little green check mark. That's the general idea of how it would work. Um, so this is a tool that I built. It's at ilikeemail.com, Voice Discrete. Lets you play around with the voice analyzer. It also lets you have a peek at the API. There's one thing, phrases I did not implement. I don't think it works, at least not in like the general public use voice stuff. I would imagine it works in other in scenarios, but not in this one. All right, so that's what we're planning to do, but we are currently on the space and time. So let's go ahead and shut down space and time and shift over to say hello. And I feel good that it was say hello is the right one because it flashcards was 3 down instead of and say hello is 4 down. So means I probably worked on it last Friday since I worked on flashcards. I work on one on Saturday and one on Sunday. All right, so last time it looks like we did our routing, and since we're here, it looks like we probably got it working for this. To do check to decide what to do with invalid language reason, e.g. you could I don't know, it'd be interesting even how to determine, but because that would definitely be an invalid combination. But it looks like that's all we're doing. The name of this branch is create a service and show the values for locale. So it looks like we're actually ready to do a commit. Um, it is weird that I haven't changed in my TS config. Oh no, I just have an error in my TS config. So it says when I get to TypeScript 7.0, this module resolution will quit working. And I don't even know what this is for. Do I have module resolution in here for Cypress or do I have it for, um, no, it looks like I have it for types for Angular. And so we can look in I believe we can look in oh, okay. And that's cool because this is for Cypress only. Okay. So that's cool. So I don't know. I don't know our if we'll ever have a different version of TypeScript in this. But if we ever get to 7, that's going to quit working. Now let's look over here in our actual application. Our Say Hello application also has a package. And this is why I split this stuff out. Um, and if you go down, this package is much bigger. And if you go all the way down here, you'll see that we have well, is this the right one? Because we actually have three packages. But yeah, this is the right one. And then this one also has a version of TypeScript. Yeah, so this is a 5.9 version. So as you notice, this one is 5.9.2, and then this one is 5.5. And that's the nightmare scenario. The nightmare scenario is that our version, if you had Cypress installed directly in your Angular project and the version of TypeScript got out of sync, that would be an absolute nightmare. Especially if like whatever this thing is kind of complaining about, this module resolution, um, becomes an actual image issue in TypeScript, for one of their things. Like I believe Webpack would probably care about the module resolution. There you go. That's a problem. All right, but anyways, so let's look in here. I think we're ready to do a commit and a push. So I guess we should start. We should at least run this thing though. CD before we actually commit, but I think we're ready to commit. It looks like to me, and then move on to the next, whatever the next task is for next week. So CD, so die, say hello UI, and then dir, and then npm start. And I hope this thing isn't actually running right now. Yeah, it's not running. All right, so that is that. So let's wait for this to come up, and I guess let's just start looking for anything we don't want. Okay, I don't think we want README changes to go in there because I think, yeah, so this is what we were doing actually. This is the third one. All right, so that is gone. So I have been updating READMEs for like to know what to do. Um, so now the title I think broke. I think that was the problem. Yeah, so we changed that. And then this is new, so that's good. And then for our package, we made a change in package. Okay, we created a routing service, so that's good. Looks like we might have. Okay, so we made some modifications to prevent um, uh, scroll bars from showing up because we made some sort of change that caused that. And then here's what we got. It looks like we're showing locale. Oh, looks like we're up and running. Let's delete this. And so as you see, we can do that. So now we can say like English MX. I'm guessing there's a Mexican English. Yeah. So this doesn't validate that it's legal, but I'm assuming that Mexican English is probably an illegal, um, a legal change. Is change the right word? Illegal. Oh, illegal combination, locale combination. All right, so that looks good. I think that looks good. And then this is brand new. And I don't see any console logs or anything in there. So let's go ahead, and this looks good. I don't think we need to run unit tests again. I think we ran them. Now the routing stuff is weird because I guess we do need to test it in. Does this test across different? Okay, we have a build and all that. So I can't remember if in our Cypress config. Was it in our? No, I think it's in our package over here. Okay, so we do have our test to test I like email, and I don't think it works over here. So I guess we should build out to ilikeemail.com. I can't remember. So it's ilikeemail.com say hello. So let's go see what that is. Like I'm so scared that my thank you, right, that I'm really afraid that when I like try to build out that space and time application and I try to deploy it somewhere, that I'm going to end up having all kinds of routing issues and stuff like that, and that's going to be a bummer. Because it's probably going to be a lot of work to get that working. So with this, I'm trying to kind of get ahead of it, but I think I need to do a build to I like email. Um, so to get this stuff out there. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to do, let's go to CD, um, say hello UI. And then if we look in CD say hello UIs, we probably have a script for doing a build to ilikeemail.com. So build npm run build : I like email. Run. And then what we'll do is we will FTP it up there. So I might as well start up my FTP program right now. I don't know if it's necessary, but I usually try to log in and do my FTP stuff off camera because it inadvertently shows a lot of stuff. I wonder if my YouTube, my last um so that just if you're just curious, this is what it looks like. And then basically once you connect to a server, you can see the file system out there. Um, but unfortunately, once you connect, it actually shows like your usernames and stuff like that, which is kind of a bummer. So I like emails where we're trying to connect to, so I'm selecting that. And now it's connecting. ILikeEmail.com. And then say hello. All right, so I have my say hello. I have an htaccess file out there, index, main, and style. Styles doesn't. That's it though. That's wild. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go. This is what I always do. I like to go over here, and since it says sometimes what I'll do is I'll actually create a new folder, and then in on DreamHost I'll create a new folder, and then I'll upload my stuff to it, and then I'll point the new folder or the uh, I like email lets you point to different folders and just shift it. So then if something isn't working right, I can always roll back. But we're so early in this, I don't think that's necessary. Okay, so on the right, I found my I like email. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete everything there except for my htaccess. So I deleted 4 files from the server. And so when I hit reload, we should get nothing. Yes, so nothing found. And now on this side, I'm going to, on my left side, so I'm searching through my computer for this folder, which is called the Say Hello folder. So tech, say hello. So tech, and say hello. So in there, I have a folder called Say Hello UI, and then inside that folder, I have a dist. And inside a dist, there's a Say Hello UI, and inside of that is public. Is that right? No, definitely not. No, oh, browser. And inside a browser is my new files that I want to upload. So say hello UI, dist, say hello UI, browser. And they have this file called pre-rendered routes. I have no idea what that's all about. But now we're going to reload this. And here we go. And it's working. So now what we want to do is we want to go back to Cypress. Cypress. And then And then it is in our package, we have a script for this one. It was CY I like email. CD, npm run CY colon I like email. And what this should do is it should have Cypress open up with the but hitting I like email and running the same tests out there. Now again, there's some tests I can run at the GitHub version and some tests I can't. So, and like, I mean, I just can't figure it out. So anyways, let me check to see if my YouTube version is running. Yep. Good morning, everybody. It's Marty the JavaScript Party. Right. So that's so funny. So I watch a lot of videos on YouTube about linguistics, and there's one that says lying is way more complicated than you think. And boy, I'll tell you, that is so true. It's just you don't really have to get very old, maybe once you get into your like 30s before you start to realize, man, life is way more difficult when you lie. I mean, some people stay with it, they'll just stay with lying, but most people, I think, by the time they hit a certain age, are just like, yeah, this isn't. So that's interesting. All right, so it looks like this is, I don't understand this URL up here, but that's pretty cool. All right, so we're going to check to see if it exists. And then we want to validate the title. And then we want to check this routing one. The first test always takes a long time. So let's come back over here. Oh, yeah, so that's a good one. We like this one. We like this one. We like this one. I'm not quite ready to commit yet, but I'm very close. As soon as this is done, I'll do it. All right, so the first one passed. Second one, pass. Third one, pass. All right, and so I'm gonna kill this now. So we're all done. And then I'm gonna go back up a little bit and then npm add dot. And so I think what we want now is, I don't even know what we want to do next. I think what we want to do, I guess we need a service for connecting to the Angular, I mean to the API, to the voice API. So let's do a get status. Okay, so was I in the wrong? What's going on here? Did I say get? I thought I said get add dot, right? Oh, that is silly. Get add dot. And then get status. Okay, so now they're all green, and this says staged up here. So now I'm going to say git commit dash m, and then issue 18, and then we're going to say implements routing. Implements routing for language and region. And And then we're going to hit enter. And then konnichiwa. I can't wait to be able to come daily and just try different words and stuff all the time. The one I have such a hard time with is the advanced Russian hello. That one is like, or the basic Russian hello, I guess. But I could imagine like if you don't understand this API at all, I could imagine being like, okay, so what I'm going to do is I want to break down whatever they say and see if I can help different things. It's like, no, the API doesn't work that way. The API just tells you whether it matches stuff. That's all it tells you. Um, it turns the microphone on and off. I mean, that's not all. I mean, that's a lot. But um, what am I trying to look? Oh, GitHub. All right, so now I'm going to GitHub. I'm going into my say hello, and what should happen is it should have like a little, like, hey, you just made a change. So I'm going to say I want to merge this. And I notice I only have one issue, so that means this issue is going to be gone. Do a quick go over just to make sure everything's okay. This I'm kind of doing two steps in one here. If you were like if there was multiple people work on it, then somebody would get this. I'd get an email and say, hey, uh, can you review this PR? But since I am reviewing my own PR, I'm just looking for I'm doing it as I'm building out the PR as opposed to did I not? Did I just merge it? I don't know if I did or not. That is weird. I did not want to merge it. I think I just did though. Okay, this says that. Merge pull requests number 17. So that was that. Code. Okay, I just confused the heck out of myself. Okay, main. Okay, I have 4 branches. Create service and show. Okay, so that's this one. Okay, so it does notice this. Create a service that I am one commit ahead of main, which is the one I just did. Did they change the way pull requests work? New pull request. And I guess I want to, the base will be main, and I want to compare it to, I don't know why I still have that routing branch, but we need to get rid of that. Okay, so we're able to merge. Okay, so at this point we're creating, I guess they, I don't know. Maybe I did something different or they did something different, but okay. So how do I create a pull request? So we definitely have branches configured. Okay, I really think something must have changed. New pull request. Oh, did I miss that button? Okay, I don't have a create pull request. Hmm. So it's letting me, and it's saying able to merge, but I don't want to merge. I want to create a pull request. Issue 18, committed 3 minutes ago. This is my commit. See, I'm not trying to. Okay, here's my branch. I always said, like, if they don't throw that up there, that thing, like, hey, you can create a pull request from this, I don't know how to create one, and boy, do I not. Because, okay, so if it's main and main, It says there isn't anything to compare. So I'm like in some kind of comparison thing. I go to pull requests. I say, I would like to create a new pull request. And it says, oh, okay, well, choose different. Maybe it's this one? Was this the one I needed to? Yeah, so main, then this, and then. So now, but the button's gone now. And is there one at the bottom? No. Hmm. Issues, create a service. Can I tie it to a branch here? So we have this. There. And see, this is where we would see like the little thing. It even says this is ahead of main. Code. That's just to get it. Hmm. Okay. I guess we're back to GitHub again. I mean, to ChatGPT again. Okay, so branch in GitHub, and it is one commit ahead of main. How can I do APR to merge it into main? I've never had the problem, right? Like I've been doing this. Yes. Push, yep. Go to GitHub. So let's go here. It's saying that in here I should see something. Merge pull request 17. Okay, so that was from, but I want from 18. Oh, maybe here I can do it. No. Overview active. Okay, I don't know why I have this one anymore. I don't want this. Branch could not be deleted. Why could the branch not be deleted? Is there already a pull request for this? Oh no, it says it's merged. All right, back to here. Okay, go to your branch. You'll usually see a banner. So yeah, I'm not seeing the banner. Make sure the base is main. Okay. Option 2, manually create. If the banner doesn't show, go to your repo and click the pull request tab. Okay. 2, click new pull request. Set the base to main and then this one to my local. Okay. Review the diffs. You should see your single click create pull request. For some reason, okay. I do not get. Okay, so I'm saying the button. But I am seeing green text, green text with a check mark. The words able to merge. There's no conflicts, you're very close. If you're not seeing one of these, most likely issues, you're not on the PR. So I'm on the, yeah. Yeah, I'm not getting that. Base is your main branch, compare. If you're already inside of PR. See, it's weird because I do not have any pull requests. Okay. It's like the button is there. Or until I hit the compare. Until I select the branch to compare. Compare. Then I get the green text. But the button disappears. It thinks there's nothing to merge, but it shows, wait. But on the UI, it shows that one commit and 8 files changed. The button is just gone. I'm able to merge. Button is gone. One commit HA able to, but no create. This issue is almost always a UI state or repo rules, not in your Git history. Yeah. Becomes merge pull request further down. I don't see merge pull request. It's below the conversation tab. Oh, maybe that's the problem. No, I don't have a conversations tab because I'm not in a PR. Oh, I'm not signed in. That is crazy. I don't even think it has my phone number. Maybe it does. Okay. Let's see. I wonder if it shows the number. Yeah, it does. I don't even know if that's some kind of, because it's supposed to be. So that was why I couldn't delete that other issue. That's so weird. Okay, I don't care about this. And then, so I don't even know where we're at. Okay, so it looks like we are in setup remote issues, setup. I don't even know what's going on here because I don't think there's any difference. Oh, okay. Delete branch. So that was an old pull request. Let's go back to code and see if we get our little banner. Yep. Well, I don't know. That was weird. That was weird. It's being a weirdo. Okay, so I've looked at everything. I really don't like that whole concept of like just buttons just not existing. Um, because then like it would have been so much nicer if I'd had like a button that said merge, create pull request, but then when I moused over it said you must be logged in to do this or something. Like that is a big time waster. Not because you're just like, is that feature just gone now? All right. I guess we do need to create a new issue, a new branch, and pull it down so that we have a chance in hell of understand what's going on. Okay, it's deleted, right? So let's go back to code. Go back. We have 3 branches. It says it's merged. I could have sworn I told it to delete that branch. Delete the branch. I still have a local branch of this, so it's not like it's the end of the world. Like I can get that branch back if I want. So now we want to create a new issue. And I think what we want to do, I guess, is like when we get here, um, we want to say, like, I guess we just want to like have like the word hello. No, I guess we want to say, I guess we want to create, yeah, let's create the service that is a button to check and runs the service and then prints out whatever is on the string, right? So basically we need the service and a button to execute the to start it listening and then have it just print something out, I guess. Okay, so this issue is a little bit complicated, right? So basically, um, set up, say, hello, a voice API interface. So one, we need a service that will turn on the um, voice, the microphone, and listen for the result. 2, we need a button to kick off the service, the listening behavior. 3, we need some text. Prints the result. That's actually a lot. I think that's a pretty big story. Uh, and unfortunately, I don't think we could break it down smaller, but I think we'd get to the point where we're getting like we've passed the point of diminishing returns for sort of breaking it down. But we're going to create this bad boy. We're going to assign it to me. And we are going to, where do we do it? Where do we do it? Where do we create our new branch? Development. Create a branch. Create a branch. Create that branch. We're going to select this. You say Control V, boom, and no, 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 no. Boom. 20, set up hello voice interface. I guess we should go to the README since we're doing that. And I like to use the top README. Look, all my TS configs are upset because um, this is a different issue. So it's upset about that. I don't know what that's all about. But and then I noticed that this one went red in my other account, my other project. Yep, and it's like this module really is. So in TypeScript script 7, we'll have to. You can't say module equals node anymore. And then I don't know when we're going to get to TypeScript 7, but I think we're in 5s now, so it's not even like really worth. All right, so 1. Okay, so I'm going to go in here and 1, set up a service to interact, act, start, and publish. Microphone. And 2, set up a button to kick off, to start. Set up some text to listen. I think that this is like, okay, once this is done, then the next step will be to I actually want a text box. Listen for. Set up a text box. An input. Text input. To allow users to add a word to listen for. So basically, that is something I do want this to be able to do. Is like, let's say you want to configure this for you. You know, you're like, I want to practice a specific word. You can just type in the word you want to practice. You know, so if you want to say, oh, I want to be able to say, you know, uh, training. You can type in training, and then you say training, and then if you get training back, then if we get training back, it'll give you like a little green star, and if you get a not training, it'll give you like some like thing back, like a question mark maybe, and say try again or something. Oh, I couldn't quite understand. Try again. Um, and then maybe even like a little, this is what I thought you might have said. These are things I thought you might have said, and then like a little mouse over that will show you what the results were, you know, because like you get different results. Yeah, I don't have the other thing up and running, the voice analyzer. But anyways, that'll do it for me for today. I think we made really good progress, and this thing is going to be nice. And you know, I'll be really surprised if we get through summer and this isn't functionally complete. Because once we have that, then we are actually probably well. Then we just need to create some sort of system for non-build orientated system. So probably like a JSON file or something that it consumes that has like the the configurations of things that it's going to listen to. So because I think that like we shouldn't just only like define one word for hello. We should also have other words. So like hello, hi, um, how are you? um, good morning, good afternoon, like different kinds of greetings that are would be like opening salutations in that language region combination. So that, I think that would be really cool. And then so that would probably come in like a JSON. So I'll probably set a JSON that it goes and pulls out of the assets folder or something. Or maybe in some other folder altogether, probably some other folder altogether, and it'll just know exactly what to do for all of these things. And I don't see any reason for it to be anything other than one gigantic JSON file that just has like a language, a region, and a lookup, and the value and the legal versions, a list of legal version of words, and then let that just be like something that I just manually maintain. And then it's really functionally done at that point. So like I cannot imagine we'll probably just have to do like a design, um, a little design around once all the pieces are up and working. But I don't see any reason to. I wouldn't see any reasons other than like probably maybe for the rest of the year we might add like try to add a language or a entry every every week, like something like that. So that's just like a 2 minute. Hey, this week we added. Um, Actually, that'd be interesting because that could I could probably make those into shorts, right? Like, okay, this week we add, Ukraine or whatever, you know, Navajo or something, like some other language. We had man, French. Okay, now we're adding Spanish. Okay, now we're adding Finnish. And we just like those could be really good shorts, and that might actually might attract people um, to use it, which would be kind of cool. Um, because I can't see how teaching, it's so hard. Like when you're trying to do good things, right? You try to do good things, but they end up being bad. And it's hard for me to contrive how teaching people to say hello in some language that they're interested in learning how to say hello would be a bad thing. Like it's just like hello. So anyways, happy coding everybody. A wonderful day. Bye.